Hello, my name is Ali Bouchard, and this is my Protosomes video regarding the crawfish. So some common names you might hear are crawfish or crayfish, freshwater lobsters, crawdads, and mudbugs. Their scientific name comes from the order Decapoda, the family Ostacidae, Comberidae, and Peristostidae. And there are 38 genus classifications within those three superfamilies. And there's over 530 species of crawfish with unique names, so it might be a little difficult when you just look up scientific name of crawfish. So quiz time. Which three U.S. states are home to nearly 53% of freshwater crawfish? So it makes up a large majority of our southern states' economies, and those options are listed here. And it is C. So most of these freshwater crawfish are harvested in the southeast states, and like I said, they're a huge part of diet and economy, and responsible for a lot of jobs. So where do they live? Within those southeastern states, we're going to be looking at swamps, marshes, ponds, springs, and caves, things with or without currents. And some of them, especially after flooding events, will end up around floodplains and grasslands. But normally they like to stay in the water where their prey are, and they can get food and be in that environment. Most of them are freshwater, with the exception of a few saltwater species, which we'll discuss. They have a unique adaptation to live in that environment. So some general crawfish anatomy, we have, the typical antenna and the walking legs. But what's noted here on the side is the compound eyes. The compound eyes we'll go on to talk about in their adaptations, but they have some of the best eyesight due to these unique structured eyes. So crawfish use these eyes, among other features, which we'll discuss, to collect their prey. So as the predator, they are omnivorous, and they have a diverse and adaptable diet, which helps them live pretty much anywhere within that fresh water and sometimes salt water. So they feed on things like duckweed, mosses, and other plant vegetation, decaying matter, snails, and small fish, and they can even help combat mosquito populations by eating larvae. Then as the prey, just basic like otters, raccoons, mink, and larger fish. But interestingly enough, when they're young, they're actually more endangered to be eaten by other like adult crawfish. They eat using those compound eyes, their sensory antenna, and then they have those claws at the end called the chiliped, and then goes into their mouth and into their digestive tract. So those compound eyes, they have unique subunits which can turn on and off really quickly, which increase the sensitivity, especially when there's motion around them. So this is known as the flicker effect, and it makes them increasingly aware of their surroundings. Same with the sensory antenna. It helps them locate their prey and process food, and also increases that sensational awareness. And then the transepithelial ion transport. This is big for the saltwater species. So this is an adaptation that scientists have found in their gills, which helps with osmoregulation and ion transportation with those salt ions. And in the protozoan phylogeny, we found them to be in the Arthropoda classification, along with the spiders that we examined and a few other species. And economically and ecologically, crawfish are net positive, with almost 2 million pounds being consumed in the U.S. every year. It's a $200 million industry, and they're ecosystem engineers and a really good indicator of clean waters, as they eat decaying matter, and a lot of other species rely on them for their food source as well. And those are the citations. So thank you.